yoga was a very obvious choice. The concept of meditation is a natural one for yoga teachers. Pilates is a body-mind practice. One's encouraged to be very aware of one's movement in Pilates. We have two of the defensive, softer, I would call them, slightly softer martial arts. So we have Aikido and Tai Chi included. And we have an Indian dance, classical Indian dance form called Bharatanatyam. We do ecstatic dance, and that's a much more free-form dance style, and yet it does begin with a meditation and closes at the end with it. We have some practices that people might not think of as movement practices, and in fact they are body-centered. And one of those practices is improv.
Yes. Yours truly. Yes, it's been very fun teaching I teach the family improv, which is parents and children together doing improv, and that's just been delightful and hilarious. We had one 8-year-old boy last week and his Navy SEAL father, and we have a game called Who's the Boss, where we do role reversal. This 8-year-old boy is giving his father orders, get down to give me push-ups, and then we ring the bell and they change roles, and we ring the bell and they change roles, and ring the bell and they change roles, and they just learn how fast they can completely change family dynamics just by choice, just by choosing to change them. These, lifelong patterns can just change with a bell. And it's just very, very freeing for the kids to experience what it's like to be the parent. And then we let the parents whine and complain and be kids. And so it's very, very fun. It's just delightful. And as you know, improv really brings you into the present moment, because you have to be just completely fully engaged, and the pain drops away and all the worries drop away as you come into this moment. So it's very fun to do that there. I really enjoy that. And we're going to be starting a creativity play shop for adults starting next month, so that's really fun too. And that'll give the adults a chance to do some writing, do some movement, do some sounds, and playing, and reconnect with their inner silly.
Laughter therapy.
Laughter therapy. Laughter is the best medicine. We know that. And, children laugh 300 times a day. And as adults, most of us, I know I was like an incredibly serious person. I don't think I laughed 300 times a year. You know what I mean? And so I really found I needed something that would help me reconnect with my imaginative side and my playful side. And people are telling me that it's just been really life-changing for them. So I'm really so delighted. I just saw a show this weekend. I had coached the performers, and they really credited me with helping them go to the next level. In fact, 2 shows. So this whole weekend was seeing my students perform, and it was really fun.
And you've helped some people who've been through some extreme situations.
Absolutely, yeah. As you know, I volunteer at Tripler, and I work with the vets with severe PTSD. And I had one Vietnam veteran.
What is that?
Oh, post-traumatic stress disorder. And about a third of the population in general has it. And in the military, of course, the percentages are much higher. And I had one Vietnam vet, and he said after the first class, it was the first time he had laughed in 38 years. So it's really just
deep belly laugh.
Deep belly laugh, yeah, which is very healing for the body. There's tons of research now that shows that it increases the T cells, the healthy immune system. It lowers the stress hormones, the fight or flight. It does all of these things. It oxygenates the body, and it's a form of exercise without movement. So it's just, there's just so much research now on the benefits of laughter, and that's what improv's all about. It's just laughing. Yeah.
Well, some of the other forms of movement that we have offered at Still and Moving Center include hula. We have a Kumu hula.
Yes, wonderful. I love it.
Yes,
love the class.
And she is teaching to children who can just barely walk. We have a sitting baby hula class that's teaching them to move and express from very, very young and all the way up to adult classes. Not every place that you go can you take a drop-in hula class. So that's possible at Still and Moving Center, as well as adult halau. So that's a great thing. We have a couple classes that are really geared for true dancers. We have a class we call Power Barre, B-A-R-R-E, and so that's working at the ballet bar, and it's a cardio workout, and then a body mechanics class by someone who truly understands all the alignments and of the body that would allow one to be most efficient in one's movement. So it's a body mechanics for dancers and athletes. And we'll soon have a conditioning class for dancers and athletes from people who have trained seriously in ballet and other dance forms. So I'm really excited about that more serious offering for dancers and athletes in our community.
Exciting. And you also have Feldenkrais, right?
We have Feldenkrais that is part of what teaches one to be very aware of even the most subtle and small movements. We just gave a workshop on contact improv
Very
dancing.
exciting. Yes, I love that.
And the students were so excited. They say, "Oh, we're creating a contact improv club right now."
Yes,
we
I
had so
know.
much fun.
Yes, I know. People just love that. And if you're not familiar with that, that encourages dancers to kind of make contact and use each other's bodies to build shapes and to find leveraging of gravity. And it's just a wonderful thing. And we haven't had it here in Honolulu. They're doing it in all the big cities, but it's the first time we really offered it here in Honolulu. So it's so exciting that it's here at the Still and Moving Center, and hopefully we'll be able to continue that.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Well, let's talk a little bit about the mission statement. What is your mission statement basically about? I mean, I know you haven't memorized it, but what is it? What is the essence of it?
Well, it starts with a part of a poem by T.S. Eliot from his 4 quartets. And so it's a bit abbreviated. At the still point of the turning world, there the dance is. Except for the still point, there would be except for the still point, there would be no dance. And there is only the dance.
Yes.
Yeah, so something about that, achieving that inner serenity in the midst of motion, and then giving everyone who comes to Still and Moving Center some opportunity to have a taste of that, no matter which of the classes they choose to engage in. There's also just a sense of joy that we hope that will be imparted to everyone who comes into the doors. It's a very beautiful place.
Yes.
There.
Let's talk about some of the aesthetics, because I know that joy and aesthetics and beauty and movement, they're all intertwined, and you've really made sure that the whole experience from the moment you walk in the door till when you leave really has that uplifted quality. So tell me a little bit about it. There's a Kuan Yin statue, and tell me about that statue and the goldfish when you first come in.
The kids are attracted to the goldfish in the bowl down below, and arising up out of this bowl is a really incredibly beautiful Kuan Yin statue. Kuan Yin is the goddess of compassion, and she is carved out of a burl of hibiscus. She's almost as tall as I am, and I'm 5 feet tall. And so who knew a hibiscus burl could be big enough to do that? She's in this incredible green color with the brown wood on the outside edges of the carving. But there's no artificial coloration. It's just what the artist has revealed from within this piece of wood.
Wow.
And an artist in Bali spent a year of his life carving this statue.
Wow.
And so that's who greets you as you come into the door of Still and Moving Center.
And how did you come to have this statue? How did you do?
It was my birthday present from my husband, birthday Christmas present.
Wonderful gift, wonderful gift.
Yes.
And the floors are not just ordinary floors. Tell us about the floors, because since it's a barefoot studio.
Yeah. We have 3 movement studios in Still and Moving Center. Each of them has a sprung dance floor. I had thought to be sustainable, I had to have bamboo on the floors, and discovered there was an even better alternative, and that's mango. So we have big island mango wood floors that have an incredible array and variation of colors within each of these pieces of wood. And because mango trees can attain 100 feet in 60 years, they're a very fast-growing tree and therefore actually a sustainable wood. So we have these beautiful floors that are also very soft on the joints since they're sprung dance floors.
Yeah, and they're really beautiful to look at. I find myself in class just going, oh, you know, there's just like some beautiful little texture or something, so that's beautiful. And you also have some beautiful murals that were painted by an artist. Can you tell us about those?
Yes, I have an amazing artist who seems to be able to somehow tap into what's in my mind and bring it out into the rest of the world. Her name's Marta Sejkowska, and so she has painted the entire front of the building. It's wonderfully illustrated, and it does.
A turquoise building on Queen Street.
Yeah, bright turquoise, and then our Swish logo with a dot in orange, and figures of moving people, and it kind of attracts your attention as you go by. And then upstairs in our barefoot ballroom, which is almost 1,700 square feet of dance space with these mango floors, there is a Shiva Nataraj statue. And Shiva is, especially Shiva Nataraj, is the lord of the dance. So he's standing in this dance position and surrounded by this ring of flames. And so that was also part of my initial vision for why to call this the Still and Moving Center, is that he's in this very serene pose in terms of what his face is doing, but he's surrounded by a ring of flames on the outside. So then the painting of the wall behind the Shiva statue is an echoing kind of effect of these flames going outward in an indigo blue. It's very striking.
Very moving, yes, very moving. Great, great.
And there's a multicultural nature to Still and Moving Center. So Kuan Yin is a Chinese statue, and the Shiva Nataraj is an Indian statue. We have copper work that's done. One is a Hawaiian symbol. It was a symbol worn by the ali'i, symbolizing the tongue, representing the word, representing truth. And we have that up in Ohana Hall. And that's a place where we gather every Sunday after classes. We have a chance to have a half-hour discussion group. And we're looking for the truth to come out.
Yes.
And then we have potluck. And so at any rate, this multicultural aspect to Still and Moving Center manifests itself in different ways. One of our rooms is called the Sun and Moon Room. It's a brilliant golden yellow, and all of the world's traditions are symbolized on brass, or actually copper discs along the walls of the room. So everybody who comes there should be able to feel as if they're represented, no matter what tradition they come from.
Wonderful. Well, Renee, you've been a just delightful guest. It's been so nice to talk to you, and I want to thank our listeners and viewers out there watching the Genie Show. My name is Genie Joseph. I've been speaking with Renee Tillotson, and she's the director of the Still and Moving Center here in Honolulu, and I hope we'll see you there. Come visit us soon. Well, thank you again.
Yes, thank you, Jeannie.
All right, we'll say aloha for now.